And back now with you here on the KFYR Plus News Desk with less than 100 days until Milano Cortina Winter Olympics. Staff Sergeant Deidre Irwin, biathlete and U.S. Army soldier athlete, is training to return to the world stage, aiming to make history once again for Team USA in biathlon. Let's welcome Staff Sergeant Irwin to the News Desk. Thank you for your time today.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. Okay, for me and the viewer's sake, Staff Sergeant Irwin, what is the biathlon, and how did you become one of the most elite athletes in the country?
Yeah, so the biathlon is a super unique winter sport that combines Nordic skiing and precision rifle marksmanship. So basically, I ski around a course with a rifle on my back, and I have to stop and shoot targets both in prone and standing, hopefully hitting them all. And first person to the finish line with the best shooting and the fastest ski time ends up winning the race. And so it's a super unique sport that combines all the high intensity, high heart rate, endurance, everything you think about, plus the calmness and precision and focus that, precision rifle marksmanship requires. And so it's a very unique combination of sports. I started skiing when I was 16 years old and then continued skiing throughout high school and college to then pursue professional skiing after college for a couple years. And it wasn't until I was 25 years old that I found biathlon, picked up my first rifle, and I fell in love with it. I thought it was the most unique sport I'd ever done. And I joined the US Army in 2019, and they helped support me to the 2022 Olympics, where I had that historic 7th place finish. And now I'm with the US Army World Class Athlete Program, and we're going for another historic finish, like you said, and getting on that podium.
Okay, so what does your training regimen look like leading up to the Olympics?
It's pretty crazy. I'm training about 650 to 700 hours a year. On top of that, doing rifle shooting for about 150 to 200 hours. And so it's a full-time job. And that's why the US Army is really amazing and unique, because they're able to support everything outside of my training financially with my health care. And so that I'm really able to focus and give 100% to all that training I'm doing on roller skis and running and on the range, and making sure that I'm totally prepared for everything that could possibly happen at the Olympics.
Okay, so what lessons did you take away from your 2022 Olympic experience into this new journey?
I think going into the 2022 Olympics, I was just happy to make it. I was unranked. I had, not a lot of people expected me to get that top 10 finish. And so I think one thing that I learned is, just having confidence in my skills and all the training that I've been putting in. And, anything can happen. It's the Olympics, it's the world stage. If you just have everything click on one day and everything comes together, you can end up on that podium. I was just one shot away on my podium for 2022. So I think it's been a really amazing experience to have that and have that confidence going into the 2026 Olympics.
So, what unique advantage does the Army provide help you compete at such a unique and high level?
Yeah. So Army basic training, teaches you resiliency, tenacity, marksmanship, all of those things. And they all can be translated directly into biathlon. That's why biathlon is one of the first Olympic military sports, from way back in the 90s. And so, yeah, I think also having that financial and the healthcare benefits and everything that, a lot of Olympic athletes don't have those to be able to train 100%. They're always working, another job or something. So I think from my experience, the U.S. Army has really helped me to be able to really jump up to that elite level and really, make it so I not only can just make the Olympics, but I do have the ability to podium at the Olympics.
Sergeant Irwin, what countries are on the podium all the time or every Olympics in this biathlete sport? Is it Norway? I'm guessing Norway, personally.
Yeah, Norway is really up there, especially for the men. But honestly, the French team is really strong. The German team is really strong. The Italians are obviously really, really working to get pretty much all the podiums at their home
Yeah.
Olympics. And so there's a lot of countries. And what's unique about biathlon is because there's so many variables, it's really anybody's day. You can ski really, really well, but if you don't hit your targets, you're not going to be on the podium. And I think that's again, what I kind of learned, nobody expected, a top 10 finish for me at the last Olympics, but I just had one of those really unique, almost perfect days. And, I was able to ski up with the Norwegians and the Swedes and all of those really powerhouse countries.
What does representing both the U.S. Army and Team USA mean to you personally?
It's really incredible. I have so much pride in being a U.S. Army soldier, and then obviously being a Team USA athlete. It feels like I'm wearing multiple American flags and representing so many different and unique people within the country. From biathletes to U.S. soldiers, to Team USA athletes. It's really an honor to be able to represent so many different communities.
When do you leave for Milano Cortina?
I actually leave early November. I'll go over to Austria to train at altitude, I think on November 8th or 9th. And you will be there training. And then our World Cup season starts in Sweden around Thanksgiving.
Okay, and what message do you hope to send to young athletes, especially women, watching your journey here during the Olympics?
I think my journey and my personal, experience in sports has been so unique. Like I said, I didn't find my Olympic sport until I was 25 years old. And I think if I wouldn't have had so many amazing mentors and coaches and people to look up to throughout my life, I don't know if I would have, continued to pursue professional athletics. And so I hope to be that for somebody. So somebody can see that, even if it doesn't work out for you in high school, try again in college. And if college, you haven't hit your mark, try again as a professional and just really try to continue to work towards your dreams. I mean, it's never easy, but sometimes taking the path that's less traditional gets you to where you want to be.
What legacy do you hope to leave? Not just as an Olympian, but as a soldier athlete representing the U.S. Army on the world stage.
I think, yeah, just chasing your dreams. It's one of those things where, like I said, I want to be a mentor, be a, somebody people can look up to and see that, everything isn't always perfect and you can fail 100 times to succeed once. And so I think I would love to leave that kind of legacy behind, that it's never a perfect journey, but if you just kind of keep pursuing it and keep pushing and keep just trying to pursue your own dreams, that you never know, it could happen.
Staff Sergeant Deidre Irwin, chasing gold. Best of luck to you, Sergeant Irwin. I sure hope that you come home with the gold medal for us. We really appreciate everything you do for us.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me on the show.
Absolutely. Best of luck now. All right, 1040 here at the news desk. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back on KFYR Plus.